Hello and welcome to Monster Mechanics Episode 0. On this podcast, we're going to take creatures of myth and movies, literature and legend, and we're going to poke holes in them. Then we're going to patch over those holes with new ideas and see if we can improve on what we started with. Mostly this is going to be us just riffing and seeing if we can come up with something new and interesting. To start off with, I am your host, Scott Paladin. I describe myself as a serial obsessive, which means I flit from hyperfixation to hyperfixation. This means I am moderately informed about a lot of things, but an expert in none of them. I'm going to come off sounding a lot like a know-it-all during these podcasts. That's my default state of being. I want to make it clear at the beginning that I'm going to sound confident about things and to be wrong a lot. My co-host is Zach Jaquays, and he sounds like this.
I don't know. Why don't you tell me?
Zach is an artist and writer. He has an absolutely impeccable RPG pedigree and has been playing them probably since before he could walk. The two of us have known each other for probably 15 years now and have played a lot of games together, worked on projects together, and have been consistently bouncing ideas off one another pretty much for that entire time. This podcast is, as much as anything else, just a reason for me to get together with my best friend and have some fun every couple of weeks. That being said, if we can do a little bit of good in the world, it would be to encourage other people to think critically about their own fantasy worlds and sci-fi ideas. We think that if you ask the next question, you're always going to end up with a more cohesive, interesting result. And so we want to get people into the mode of thinking about how creatures and ideas might integrate with one another and make kind of basically just to make more sense. Now, a lot of the time, we're going to speak in the context of tabletop RPGs, but all of the ideas and advice that we come up with should be applicable to audio dramas or writing or any other creative pursuit in these genres. On that note, every idea that we come up with during this podcast is being released under a WTFPL or Do What the F You Want public license. This means that you can grab anything that we say and run with it. You can adopt the idea, make it your own. You can steal it. You can monetize it. You don't even have to credit us or admit you got it from us. Just take it and run. This is because we think that ideas are cheap, and it is the creative effort that goes into making them real where all of the value is added. Our current release schedule is every other week. We are both rather new to this, so if we make mistakes along the way, please bear with us, but feel free to call us out and let us know what we're doing wrong. We can be found on Twitter at MonsterMPod, or you can email us at monstermechanicspodcast@gmail.com. Thanks for joining us. Our first episode will drop next Tuesday, and from then on out, every other week. Thanks for listening.